Today we're going to be talking about human impacts on the Chesapeake Bay, and we're going to be doing a super simple activity to show how a watershed works. So, a watershed is an area of land in which all of the water, rivers, streams, rainwater, etc., drain into one common body of water. In this case, of course, we're talking about the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake Bay watershed includes 6 states. Millions of people live in the Chesapeake Bay watershed, and millions of people create lots of pollution, and eventually all of that pollution ends up in the Chesapeake Bay. We're going to demonstrate how that happens with this activity. All you need is a piece of paper, a spray bottle of water, and one marker. So the first thing you're going to do is take up your piece of paper and crumple it into a ball. Then you're going to undo the ball and slightly flatten out the sheet of paper, but there should still be ridges and valleys. Our sheet of paper now represents a watershed. The high places represent ridges or mountains, and the low places represent the places where streams and rivers would flow between the mountains. Next, we're going to take our washable marker and trace along the tops of only the mountains. The marker represents anything we might put on our land: fertilizer, oil, pet waste, farm animal waste, any type of pollution. Now we have our watershed with pollution in all the high places. So now we're going to show what happens when it rains within our watershed. So we're going to take our spray bottle and use it to represent rain. You can see how the pollution is running down from the high places and into the valleys. So that shows how pollution that we put on the land runs down and into the bay. Now you know that a watershed is a direct link between human activities and waterways. People that live hundreds of miles away from waterways like the Chesapeake Bay still have the ability to affect them, and that no matter where you live, you have a watershed address. That is one reason why improving the condition of the Chesapeake Bay is so difficult and complex. It is not just the people that live immediately around the bay that need to alter their actions to help restore it, but everyone who lives within the Chesapeake Bay watershed, which is about 17 million people.